Okay, transitioning.
Hello, how is everyone doing? We are here with marphoria, who's going to be playing some RE7. Very exciting. Really quick, we did have a donation on the break. Sanjen donated $27. It says, as promised for the failed allures and scrutinies, and 3 deaths, good luck on the next upcoming run. So thank you so much for that donation. And yeah. All right,
we good to go?
Go for it.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is marphoria. I will be running Resident Evil 7 New Game Plus Easy. And with me today, I have the wonderful Miss Catlink.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, this is a really fun category. It's actually the most competitive in RE7, and yeah, I'm ready to get right in here. All right, so
I'm
go
ready
ahead.
in just a moment, but can you actually stream the game to Discord? So
oh yes,
seamless
Thinking.
play-by-play action here.
Yeah.
Some of the good stuff before all of you get to see it.
Yeah, Kat gets to see it first before all y'all.
That's right.
Yes.
Be jealous.
Thank you for that. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you, my dear. All right, now we're ready to go.
Alrighty. Oh, oops! I forgot to do one more thing. Gotta turn off all those alerts.
Oh,
that's right. If you all,
you know what? It's just fine.
I was gonna say, I had my checklist going on here where I'm just like, okay, I got my water bottle, I got my blanket, I got all that stuff here. But I wasn't sure. Yeah, the one last thing, and Kat, she reminded me of this last time. It's just like, do you have your alerts disabled? And I was like, no.
I might have forgotten this time. So
no, it is.
Kat, you can just blame me. It's fine.
It is totally not your fault. Like that.
But while we're finishing the setup here, how about we get a blurb for what we're doing?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So this organization is for a charity called I Support the Girls. And I Support the Girls collects and distributes essential items, including bras, underwear, menstrual hygiene products, allowing folks experiencing homelessness, impoverishment, or distress to stand tall with dignity. It's just a really good charity. And once again, I want to thank everyone for all the support. It's been phenomenal this entire time. And it looks like we did also get a donation. It's Cosmic Cow 99 with $10. It says, good luck on the run, Mar. You're going to rock it with our hands-on guy, Ethan. The Smiley Goons stand ready to salute your inevitable victory with a crisp glass of pea milk.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no, not the pea milk.
All right. Little context before getting in. It's PEA, like green peas. Just to put it into context there. So it's a pretty common protein nowadays. But yes, thank you, Cosmic. Thank you for that. All right.
Yeah, there was a deep dive on that.
Anyways, alrighty, time will officially start once I hit the difficulty here, and I have an auto splitter going, so it'll go ahead and go there. So we'll do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
Alrighty. Mia, hooray!
Hey, baby. All right.
Yeah, so for those who don't know Resident Evil 7, this is our wife, Mia. She has gone missing, and we are playing as Ethan, the husband, and we are going to Louisiana to rescue her, all by ourselves, because I guess we don't want to, bring our friends with us for backup.
We don't need any help, no phones, no weapons, no nothing. It's fine. I'm sure she's just hanging out in a nice little house waiting for us patiently.
Yeah, she's I was gonna say she's kept herself occupied for 3 years. I mean, she didn't have like a phone or anything either, so maybe she like took up embroidery or what are some other good non-digital hobbies here?
Knitting, puzzles. I don't know. I haven't lived a day without the internet in a very long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could read a lot too, but I just end up reading like ebooks or something like that.
Yeah.
Podcasts. Oh man.
Yeah, so this game has a lot of unskippable cutscenes. You have to sit through every single one of them every time you reset, go through it again. And yeah, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, and I think Mar too, it gives us enough time to, you know, have a conversation with chat or hang out with our doggos or any like animal you want to pet in the meantime. Have a snack, go take a pee break.
Drink water.
Yeah, it's a very chill run, and probably one of my favorite runs that I've ever gotten to run. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much ever. Any other run, it's too hectic. This one's nice and chill. I love it.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, this was the first speedrun that I actually like got into. Like, I've tried a couple other speedruns in the past, but I only ran it for like a week or less. But this was the very first one that I like really took seriously, and it's still like to this day, 3 years later, my absolute favorite speedrun. So, and just then Kat could attest to that as well. So
Yeah, I've been running this game for since the release, which was what,
2017.
5 years ago.
2017.
Almost 5 years, yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, we're making our way to the mansion. Or
The
guest
guest
house.
house. Wait, was 2018 4 years ago?
When it hits 2022, yes, it will be 4 years. So that's why I said almost 5 years.
But yeah, on our way to the guest house here, we go through some woods here, kind of reminiscent of like RE4, even at the beginning of OG RE1, you're outside in the wilderness, seeing scary things and whatnot. So not a whole lot going here. We just got to make sure to take some good lines and not mess that up or anything.
The first part of this of the run is all purely just movement based and just getting the quick interactions, making sure you cut corners, keep close to walls, make sure you're not doing zigzags all over the place, the general movement stuff. But it's such a movement heavy intro that you can lose so much time in such a brief moment. What Mar's doing right now is actually one of the finer movement based things, where when she does a retry, it actually boosts Ethan's movement speed. So if you don't do that, it will slow you down and you'll end up losing quite a lot of time.
Yeah, kind of like a few seconds if you don't do those.
Yeah, and it is done throughout the run quite a few times. And another thing Mara is going to be doing here, which is a small minor adjustment, where she will change the FPS to 30 so she can squeeze through the door quicker. It basically shrinks the hitbox of Ethan so he squeezes through and allows him to just get through without stalling.
So there actually will be a few FPS swaps throughout the run here. So yeah, well, that one up there, just through that crawl space. If you're running New Game, you have to basically do that for the second crawl space. But since we're running New Game Plus and we get the walking shoes, that will make our movement a little bit faster. But we will be doing like FPS swaps for out of bounds and to do like a particular skip to phase through a crawler and all that. But that's not until later. And also to like squeeze by jack. So anytime you're trying to squeeze by like tight spaces is when you'll swap to 30 FPS.
The nice thing, like Mar said, with New Game Plus is you do have the walking shoes, so you don't have to FPS swap as much. But on New Game, you definitely have a few more spots you have to do it.
Yeah. So we're actually going to be coming upon Mia right here, and Kat brought up the interactions and stuff. So this is kind of the first instance of what we call max distance interactions, where you actually don't have to be right up on an item to pick it up. You can actually be standing like a couple feet away or so. So it's really convenient, and it's such a minor thing, but if you do it with pretty much every item, that just adds up all those like little minor time saves throughout the run. So very important.
Yeah, there's a lot of minor things in this run that do tend to add up over time. I mean, like any run really, but in this game specifically, I find there's just so many small things that you wouldn't necessarily notice like watching, but as a runner, you know, if you messed it up, you know.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna lose that time, and it can be definitely not fun.
Nah, not at all. So now we're on a lovely auto scroller with our wife that we rescued, but I guess she says she's gonna lead us out, but okay. So while we're here, we're gonna do our very first bit of menuing. So we go here, delete the email from Mia, and then we move our cursor over to the bolt cutters. And this is pretty cool because all of us, I know Kat especially, we love the menu in RA7
I love this menu.
because one, it operates in real time, so we can access it during literally any downtime, like when you're when NPCs are out here, when doors are opening, during boss fights, things like that. So we'll be kind of like throughout the course of the run, you'll see me open up the menu, move my cursor, move items, combine item. Well, no, we're not combining items in this run. I'll be deleting some items in this run. But yeah, the cursor stays exactly where you left it, which is awesome because you can preset it to an item, and you can basically, you don't have to think twice before interacting with your next thing.
Confirm.
Yeah. It's just it's really awesome. Just adds like that extra layer of strategy to your run, and it's awesome. I freaking love this menu. It's the best one in the series.
Well, especially since there is quite a bit of downtime in this game. Like there are sections of downtime, so when you have those downtime moments, it's honestly the best time to just move around anything you need, combine things, move your cursor, so on and so forth. Which kind of made me sad when RE8 came out and didn't have the same menu.
Yeah.
And I was pretty upset because honestly, this menu is just so good, and they decided to go with a more RE4 menu take, and it's not terrible. It is just janky.
Yeah. And
RE7 forever.
Yes. And I really loved Village. It was such a great
it was great.
It was a great game. But when you go to speedrun it, you'll definitely see the differences between that game and this game, especially in the menu. Like the menu in this game is like really quick in terms of interactions, or if you happen to use the wrong item, you only lose like a couple seconds. But in Village, there's a little bit more of a delay in the menu, so you end up losing like 10 seconds and whatnot if you get something wrong.
Yeah, the menu just feels very nice. We can go on and on about the menu, to be honest. It's just one of those things that just, as a speedrunner, you learn to appreciate the small things, I guess. But yeah, we're about to encounter Mia again. She's having a bad day.
Yeah, she's kind of turning into the girl from The Ring, I suppose. Definitely. This part here, definitely one of the creepier parts when you first get in the game. Goodness.
Oh yeah.
And then she gained the strength of 1,000 suns.
Papa! It's getting heated.
Ooh. So during this part when Mia's attacking you, you just kind of let her do her thing. If you try to resist, it'll lose time, and then we actually run towards her here because again, it will speed up this part a little bit. So no resisting, just let Mia chop you up into liver, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of this part is mainly just like you can take your hands off the keyboard pretty much and just wait for Mia to stop being, to stop banging her head against walls and yelling about something inside her head.
Yeah. Oof. Ow.
Also, I just want to say that we are very close to $1,400 raised. We're we are $1,394.20.
Now we did just get a donation recently from Captain Ezekiel.
Let's go.
Had to donate again to support, in my opinion, the biggest pillar and smiley goon in the RE7 speedrunning community. Good luck, Mar and Kat. Always happy to see you guys show off this game at marathons and do us proud.
Thank you, Zeke.
Thanks, Zeke. Alright. Time for our one shot. Let's hope that she gets it and she's going to be doing a
Ooh.
quick shot.
Oh,
we got
nope.
2 shot, that's fine.
I
Two
thought I
shots
heard.
is more than okay.
I thought I heard the crispy clip, but I think I wasn't close enough to her.
That one can be finicky. So the thing is with Mia 1 here, she, with the axe, much like the Resident Evil 2 remake with the knife, and how you can hit multiple times in one shot, that can be done with the axe. However, sometimes it can be very finicky, and you do need your FPS over 180 to make it consistent. It's still doable underneath, but it's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
However, Mia 1 is just, the setup is very, it's a perfectionist type of setup, I guess you could say. It takes a little bit of time to get it right. I always left swing like no tomorrow. I am cursed with the left swings.
Yeah, you definitely want to get the right swings there, because that's your heavy hit right there. But yeah, as Kat said, so yeah, the axe damage is tied to frame rate, and we're always on variable. We don't have to cap our FPS or anything like that. Well, some of us cap it to like 400, I believe. Because you really
400, yeah.
You really don't need more than that. But yeah, this is there's no we don't split up the categories by FPS or anything like that. So all variable here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, another thing with this game is that FPS isn't a huge factor in the game either. Guest house mainly for the one hit.
Yeah.
However, for the majority of the run, which is like literally an hour and 15 minutes of the run,
Yeah.
you don't really rely much on FPS. Sometimes you do with 30 FPS, but anybody can get to 30 FPS.
Yeah.
Unless you're running on a toaster somehow. It is doable for anybody, thankfully. So it's not the biggest issue.
Didn't KFC like release a console, or there was like a concept for a console?
Oh yeah, it was like a chicken bucket, but like gaming console that toasts your chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wonder what FPS that gets.
You know what? I'm sure it gives 1,000 FPS.
Oh yeah.
100%.
All of us converting to the KFC console. That's going to be the new category.
Yup. So I'm sure a lot of people are probably wondering right now, why does Ethan still have his hand? Well, as you can say, that we are actually running the censored version, the Japanese censored version, because in Japan there is a censorship law where they do not like decapitation, they do not like dismemberment. So for that reason, there is a censored version. It's actually about 23 to 25 seconds faster than the original non-censored version. And let's see if she gets the one hit.
Crispy!
Oh, let's go! One hit. You love to see it. So like I said with the axe hit, the multiple axe hits, that's exactly what Mar was going for there, and she got it nice and clean.
Yeah, the setup there is pretty specific if you're trying to get that shot right there. We really want to stand as close to the ladder as possible without getting hit, and then get her as soon as she jumps down there. And you actually can do the same thing on Madhouse. You have to, well, it'll take her, I think, like you can do it in like 2 hits, but normally you can do it in 3 to 4 hits. But on easy, it's always get the 1 hit there. And like Kat did say earlier, you can get it, like the lowest you can get it at is, well, that you should kind of have your FPS at is at least 180, and you technically can get it at like 120 or a little bit lower, but it just gets a little inconsistent after that. So we just try to make sure our FPS is above 180 if we're trying to get that 1 hit.
Yep.
And now we're getting dragged over to the main house, which is where the run opens up way more now. We got few different areas we can go to here. But before we do that, well, first we're getting our hand stable back on, even though we didn't lose our hand. But
Thank you, censored version.
but now we are met with the Baker family and what I would say the most iconic cutscene in this game.
I love this cutscene. I would totally say this cutscene word for word, but
She must resist.
I'm gonna resist that one. There's a lot of cussing.
Yeah.
Mars
Cat.
got quite the words on her.
Yeah. Kat actually, she knows like every single cutscene word for word, especially the Lucas cutscene. You know, got the accent down and everything.
I love that cutscene. It's my favorite cutscene. Thankfully, that cutscene only has one swear, so it's not too bad. But this one
True.
has
A lot.
Marge, as you can see right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were met with the Bakers. They were the ones who kidnapped Mia and us, and here they are trying to offer us some organs and stuff. But they're drinking it with beer, so I guess cool.
Yeah, this game is censored to an extent. It's mainly the only parts that they're censoring is any part that a character loses a limb or you know, any like excessive like basically dismemberment. Anything like that is censored, but otherwise it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's basically kind of like the body gore. So we'll actually see it here in our first boss fight here in a little bit. The one where the deputy gets his head cut off, but he does not get his head cut off. But interesting about that part, it will save a couple seconds over the uncensored version because Jack will have a different starting point. So it'll make that boss fight a little bit quicker.
Yeah, let's see how Jack behaves in the hallway here. Ooh, nice. Nice. We're gonna see if Mark can get the hallway skip. It is quite a little bit finicky because sometimes Jack can just hit you through your lock.
Oh shoot, he was right there.
Oh,
Like,
that was so close. I hate it when he does that.
Yeah, if he wasn't like super aggro, no. Door memes.
Marco!
Door memes. I tried to do it at like the first possible moment I could to close it. And then I did it a little too early.
It is all good. Yeah, so what Mar tried to do there was she tried to get Jack to teleport to break through the wall.
Right.
However, if Jack is in the hallway, like if you can see Jack in the hallway, or he is close enough to the hallway where you can see him, he will not break through the wall. Oh.
Yeah. It's really silly because like even if you see like a little bit of his shirt or like a finger around the corner there, you won't get it. Like he has to be totally out of sight. Like he can be pretty close to that corner there, but you just can't see him. He has to be like out of sight, and then he'll teleport to the other room and bust through the wall, and it saves a few seconds. It saves like at least 3 or 4 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, when you're first starting out the game, for a lot of the new runners out there, you definitely do not have to worry about getting the wall skip. It is 100% not necessary, just simply because it only saves 3 seconds. And sometimes you can even lose time because you decided, or Jack decided he wanted to be slow. Like, it's not worth it until you reach about, I'd say even top 3.
Yeah.
Top 5, top 3, like not even top 5, but yeah.
Because that part you can actually manipulate his movement, very specifically, and to get him to do that wall skip every time. To do that hallway skip every time. But yeah, totally not necessary. If you see like you have the opportunity, you can go for it. But yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing about this game is that it does have a lot of there's a lot of cool, nifty time-saving tricks, but they're time-saving tricks that aren't needed right away when you're first starting out in the game.
Right. Yeah. It's because I think a common thing is like runners will see with the top runners are doing and stuff, but you know, you can certainly run the game any way you'd like, but we would totally recommend, like, you know, little things like that, you know, just
Oh yeah.
focus on your movement, boss fights, and all that, and it's pretty cool. Alrighty, so this is gonna be our... Yeah, I was gonna say this will be our last kind of long cutscene for a good while. We're about to go here to that Jack 1 boss fight. So we meant to explain New Game Plus. So New Game Plus, we get to use, you know, some, like, pretty much all the unlockable items. So we'll be using our Albert pistol, circular saw, and we'll be using infinite ammo and walking shoes. So yeah, Albert pistol, super OP. Circular saw, also OP. And since we're using infinite ammo, we also get the enhanced ammo. So we'll always be on that.
Yep. So Jack 1 is a pretty simple fight. It's probably one of the easier fights, and compared to all the others, basically Mara's going to try and do him enough damage here to get him into the car. She's going to delete all the unnecessary items she doesn't need and do some menuing at the same time. And now just waits for the car to turn, and bam, fight's done.
Thank you. And thanks for that awesome explanation. So also pretty much, well, literally all the enemies and bosses have iframes. So the reason we delayed our shot there before Jack, you know, as Jack was driving it, it's because, yeah, he has iframes, so we kind of have to delay certain shots. You'll see this at various different boss fights here. And yeah, even the molded, the normal molded, it, like, if you see them like spawn immediately, you kind of have to wait just a tiny bit before shooting them.
Yeah, especially for a later boss fight we're going to be encountering. We'll explain it when we get there, but yeah, iframes are very prevalent.
Alrighty,
So,
goodbye,
yeah.
Jack.
Bye, Jack. We'll see you later, Jackie Poo.
Yes, we actually will. Excuse me. It's memes.
You're all good. Yeah, so one nice thing with New Game Plus is that you don't have to pick up any ammo throughout the run. It is very relaxed in that sense, whereas you don't have to constantly remind yourself of ammo locations, ammo pickup, whatever you need, and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
like going from New Game to New Game Plus for myself was actually a really nice change.
Yeah, and for me, when I went from New Game Plus to New Game, it was really cool because it like kind of gives you a sense of urgency, and you have to like focus a little bit more, because on the New Game route you literally pick up the minimal amount of ammo, and if you run out of shotgun shells for your Marge 2 boss fight or the Jack 3 boss fight, then good luck.
Yep. Oh, you wasted one shot? Well, I guess you just have to retry or reset.
Or use your knife.
Yeah, and if you're at a time where you're going for competitive times, yeah, no, that's just a reset.
So I forgot to swap my ammo, so hopefully this doesn't go to... Oh, well, that can just happen too.
That's okay.
I didn't shoot him at all, so he's gonna drop down mega early.
Yeah, so basically what
Ooh,
Mar
he's
wanted
very
to do
early.
there was... Yeah, oh boy.
He's
That's okay.
super early. Is he gonna... Yep,
He's gonna break
the
That's
table.
fine. So basically what Mara wanted to do there was she wanted to shoot him to stall him, essentially. But unfortunately, sometimes you just miss, and that's okay, because the aim in this game can be quite messy and a little all over the place. So she's just going to recover by shooting him in the hallway to make sure that he stays in there so she can do this puzzle.
Oh, seriously, dude?
Oh no! This is giving me flashbacks to my run.
Yeah, at a GDQ. All right.
Oh yeah,
Well,
this happened to me too, but that's fine. Basically she has to kill him, make sure he's down so she can do the puzzle.
I'm actually... I was gonna say I'll just wake him up because I can still set him up. I could still set up for out of bounds with him right there. I guess,
Yeah.
you know, it will waste time or whatever like that, but We should see it.
We're just waking him up from his nap. It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta wake him up a little bit. He's a little finicky. We don't like Jack in this house sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, it's time to just go away.
Yeah, that was so like I could have still shot him in the bathroom there upstairs, but I was already like running past him and stuff like that, so might as well just go past him. All right, we are out of bounds. Hooray.
Magic trick. Yeah, so there's that whole setup it's a lot more technical than you would believe. It has a lot of parts to it that it's just really hard to explain in a very quick setting. But it is very easy to just something to go wrong. Even if you don't want it to go wrong. But now Mara's gonna go back inbounds from switching FPS, and yeah, we got the red key card early.
Mm-hmm.
This does save quite a bit of time, so it is a good time save to do. However, like I said, the bits and pieces of what is necessary to do in the setup it can be a headache.
Yeah. Also when you
be patient and persistent.
yeah, when you set up for that out of bounds, at least on the stair part,
so Mara's gonna be making her way to Jack 2.
I was muted on Discord.
Oh, I was wondering why you weren't. I was like, maybe she's just focusing. That
No,
is okay.
I don't remember where I stopped talk, or I don't remember the last time anyone heard me, but
Oh, you're fine. Welcome back. We're gonna
Hello,
into
everyone.
Jack 2. Let's go.
did you hear me when I missed my shot? Or no?
Mr. Shot in the bathroom?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, we heard you until you dropped out of bounds. Yeah, so
Silly
Jack
man.
will sometimes throw you, will turn you around like that. You don't necessarily want him to do that, but honestly, in a worst case scenario, that's probably the best thing for him to do. So now Mara's gonna wait till she has set up iframes, shoot him, then saw him till he's dead.
Yeah.
And he's down!
So earlier in the Jack 1 boss fight, when I was talking about iframes, same thing in this boss fight. He has iframes there on his face. So, you know, you can stand exactly where you land if you want to, and you can time that shot well if that's what you know, just time that shot as soon as you hit a certain audio cue and stuff. But yeah, he'll grab you, and it's just like, well, we're just gonna lose a little bit. Well, I think maybe just like 5 or 6 seconds or something like that, but not the end of the world.
Jack is a little bit of a grabby fella.
Grabby hands.
Yeah, he's got the grabby hands. He likes to throw you around. It's okay though. We accept it.
But yeah, we're I guess he's gone. I suppose we're not seeing him anymore.
Yeah, definitely not. No, not at all. No, definitely not.
No, absolutely not.
If we have a donation at all, if you want to read that.
Yes, we did have a donation from Kat. $3. This was a little bit ago. It says that was a very handy knife Mia was using. Okay, I'm done.
That wasn't me, by the way. Not me, Kat. I'm sure it was Catico. Possibly, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was
Not Kat.
All right, let's make sure. Okay, we have all enhanced ammo. Yeah. So another thing is that when I was doing that out of bounds setup, I had my enhanced ammo on, and that's not what you want when you're setting up for that out of bounds, because you can accidentally kill Jack. So, but as you saw there, I couldn't do that shadow puzzle with Jack close there to the main hall. So that's why I purposely killed him so I could do the puzzle. And I guess if that happens to you during your speedrun and you don't want to reset, you can just go through the wall and you don't get the red key card or anything like that. But, you know, out of bounds is so cool. You know, we still could save that setup a little bit. So we still did that.
there's a few ways to do that setup as well. There's another setup where if you'd like, you can actually take Jack a little bit up the stairs, shoot him in the knee, and then go do the puzzle. However, you have to make sure that you're using the G17 unenhanced. Otherwise, you can kill him quite quickly, and you definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
the safest way to do it without any sort of headache and Jack being, you know, making sure Jack is slower. It just kill him. just kill him and he'll come back.
Yeah. And then if you do more damage to him there, he will wake up, which is funny.
Yeah, Jack is a Jack. He's a fun fellow. But
Oh,
now
great.
it's time for Marge.
Old house, yay. Go. Cool. I hate those bug
Go.
nests.
Yeah, that bug nest section is probably like the hardest part of Old House.
To do fast, goodness.
Yeah, because it does require a lot of switching of weapons, so you have to switch between your G17 and your Albert. And just the switch alone can be quite rough to do. So what Mark's gonna do now, he's gonna switch to 30 FPS. We're gonna get through this spider door. Normally you wouldn't be able to do that, but in this case, we don't care. We're gonna go through anyway. March can't stop us.
Yeah, I guess, you know, turning it to 30 FPS just gives you, well, it doesn't give you few spiders, but yeah, you just saw right ahead while those spiders are jumping on you, and then, yeah, you can go. And spam F.
Just spam F. When in
Yeah.
doubt, spam F.
Alrighty, well, another iconic part in this game, and also the scariest, I would say, at least for me, because I do not like creepy crawly bugs with more than with multiple legs here. So they rain
If you're
down.
not a
everything.
fan of centipedes, you probably shouldn't be looking at the screen right now. But I mean, if you want to look at the screen, hey, all the nightmares to you.
So another minor thing here. So anytime you see a ledge, and it's not for every single ledge, but it's for a lot of them, we can do these things called quick falls, where you line Ethan up with the line of the ledge there, and then you just kind of slowly turn your mouse towards the ledge, and then Ethan will just kind of like slide on in. If you normally don't do that, he'll kind of do like this tiny little hop and then jump in. And again, it's just a very minor time save, probably like 0.25 seconds or something, but it just adds up. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like the quick drops will probably add up about sometimes a second to half a second, depending on which one, which drop you do. Also, Marge is completely blind sometimes. Sometimes she will not see you, even if you pass right in front of her. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but if you do happen to brush up on her even a little bit, ouch. Yeah, I missed that bug when I shot him. Usually I shoot him with the G17, but oh well.
I miss him sometimes too. It's all good. He's a tricky one. Even though you're like right in front of him, it's just like, oh yes, of course I missed it. Definitely, yes.
Of course.
Can I interject for a donation?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, sure, go for
So
it.
we have Shadow and Cygnus with $25. Says,
Ooh.
always great to see Cat and Mar being the best combo in speedrunning once again. See, you're ready for anything, Mar. Even Jank Baker. Thank you.
Thank you, Shadow.
Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate you. And that brought us over 1,400. Let's go!
Whee! Yay! Hooray! Well done, everyone.
Clap us. Clap us in the chat. All right.
Somehow I saved
one,
that.
by the way. She's very quick. Blink and you'll miss her.
Somehow I saved that because I missed that first shot, and then that second shot I did like kind of threw her back, and yeah, when she gets thrown back like that, you can't see her, and then you have to wait for her to come back into sight. But her arm was still kind of there, so I was able to save that a little bit. Alrighty.
We're getting some major hype in the chat. You love to see it. Let's freaking go. Can we get to 1,500 by the end of this run?
Yes, please. Let's do it,
Yes.
folks.
Let's freaking do it. And also, I just want to say that any dollar amount counts. Even if it's $1, it all goes towards a great cause. So definitely, even if it's $1, go and do it. Just do it. Just
Do it.
Just freaking do it!
Alrighty. So we are about to execute Lantern Skip. So this is a really cool sequence break where we kind of trick the game into thinking that we explored the upstairs. We kind of look up at the ceiling because that's where the lantern scales are. And we just stare up there for a couple seconds, drop down at a very specific part on there in the pit. And then, yeah, we just kind of skip on through here.
Oh, Lantern Skip. Also, I just want to say, we just hit $1,572.
Yes,
Whoa.
thank you to Scorched Panda for a $150 donation. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
That's amazing.
Scorched.
Go!
Wow, legend.
Thank you,
Clap us in the chat.
Scorched. You the best.
Let's go. Can we get to 1,600?
Ooh.
We're knocking on that door. Let's go. All right, now we're gonna be doing some March 2. So March 2 is a sequence of shots and using the circular saw, making sure we get enough damage into her before she turns and leaves the window. Now Mars is just gonna use.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't have enhance! I don't have enhance! I don't have enhance!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Boy.
That's the one thing about this run is, yeah, if you don't, oh, can we please switch to enhanced, lady? There you go. That's what you get for not swapping to enhanced ammo here.
Yeah, I've been there. I know the pain. I know the pain so hard.
There you go, lady.
That is okay. Nice save, though. Nice save.
Nice
Yeah,
memes.
this game, if you do not save to enhanced ammo, yeah, you're pretty screwed on some things. But saved. Good job. Good job. Good save.
At least she didn't
Proud of
crawl away to another spot, but geez.
I'm very surprised she did not, but you know what? Screw it. Also, I just want to say, again, another thing. We just hit $1,600! Let's go!
Wow.
did.
Wow, wee wow.
Reinhard Zelk with $30 says, "Let's go."
Let's go!
What'd you say, 1,700?
All right, let's go 1,700. Our next big step. Let's
Yeah.
freaking go. Thank you everybody for all the wonderful donations. Let's keep them coming.
Y'all are amazing. Thank you, thank you.
So, clap us in the chat.
Yes. Hypes and claps in the chat. Alrighty. So now that we got Marge's lantern, we are on our way to grab the D-Series arm. So one thing we didn't mention while we were in the trailer there talking to Zoe, she mentions to us that there is a recipe for a cure for, you know, Mia and Ethan here to get on out of here, and Zoe as well. So what it is you grab a mummified arm and a mummified head, and I guess that'll make your serum to fix you. So yeah,
How she knows all this, we will never know, but here we are.
actually, I believe in the Daughters DLC, there's like a note from Mia, or there's like some sort of literature that they find or something like that. But yeah, also speaking of the DLCs, if you have played Resident Evil 7 but have not played the DLCs, they are amazing and totally should play them.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed Not a Hero, even End of Zoe, even like all the DLCs honestly are amazing, and there's so many for a Resident Evil game. I'm pretty sure Resident Evil 7 has it just has so many, like, and they're all great.
Yeah, and you know, with some Resident Evil games, a lot of them where they have you know, some sort of extra modes or, you know, DLCs and stuff like that, it's mainly kind of like a mercenaries mode. Sometimes it's you know, sometimes it's lore related, but yeah, all the DLCs here absolutely lore related. You know, a couple of the DLCs, I'm trying to think, was it Daughters, Bedroom, and 21? Those happened before the main game here, and then Not a Hero and End of Zoe happen after the game, so it really ties up the story quite well.
I feel like not End of Zoe, Not a Hero would have been an amazing end of the game. In my opinion, I think I don't want to spoil it, but the fight at the end,
Yes.
and everything, like the whole DLC in general, it would have been such an amazing end to the game. Of course, they decided to go with you know, ending it where it was, and they took forever to release Not a Hero. But
Yeah.
still an amazing DLC nonetheless. I'm sure it just needed more time in the oven. And
Mm-hmm.
with all due respect, Capcom at least knows when to keep things in the oven.
Oh yeah, like we certainly appreciate, you know, not just the Resident Evil games, just, you know, all of the franchises that they you know, they constantly pump out content for. So always awesome. We always appreciate Capcom for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice skip coming up here.
Yeah, we're gonna be switching to 30 FPS. Resident Evil 3 Remake. Alright, listen. Sometimes, you know, we can't always get the W's, okay?
You can't always get a home run. Yeah, that certainly was not a lot of our favorites when that first came out, but they made it up with Village. At least in my opinion.
You can't always get a W, chat, alright? Listen. Sometimes you miss. We're not perfect. Anyhow, the key that we so graciously got, that was just sitting on the table. That's actually part of the censored version. Usually you'd have to go into the cop's neck to get the key, but instead it's just sitting on the table and you can just go over and grab it, which makes the biggest time save of the censored version, actually.
Yeah, it's like 13 seconds, which is a lot.
Oh, we did get a donation from Larlac, 1780. Says, Cat told me to, so I had to. But the uneven dollar amount had really been bugging me. So I figured I'd lend a hand. Just hope this doesn't make Mar fall to pieces. Remember to eat your entrails. They are made just for you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
You very much, bringing us one step closer to that 1700. I want to see that 1700 before the end of this run. It's gonna happen. I believe.
We can do it.
I
We
believe
can do
in you,
it.
chat. It's always a W with Cat and Mar. Oh, Reinhardt! You're too kind.
Thank you. Alrighty, well, now we got both key cards. We can head over to the barn where Lucas is chilling. And funny thing about that, so normally there's a phone call we answer to, and the one phone call here. Well, so you saw that there was like a few phone calls we had to pick up for and talk to Zoe. There's a few you can skip, and one of the ones that you can skip is one with Lucas up there, and that's where he says, you know, oh, you know, this is, you can come get your ingredients and stuff here. So now we got our stuff and we're heading on out of here.
We're going to everyone's favorite section of the game. Lucas. It's time to
Yes.
party, chat. Get your party hats on. It's time.
Get your glow sticks, party hats. All right.
Favorite cutscene.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we had a decently long cutscene. So yeah, if you're running this game and you need to use the restroom, and well, my dog wasn't here, but he went. he left, I guess. But yeah,
Bye, Brody.
you can take a nice break. Yeah, and also I'm also concerned with how close Ethan is sitting to this TV, because I don't know about you all, but when I was a kid, I was told not to sit close to the TV.
Your eyes will act funny if you stand too close to the TV.
Or I can't remember if it was on Rocko's Modern Life or some other cartoon where like their eyes got stuck on the TV, like physically stuck on the TV.
Oh no.
Oh,
my God.
Yes, we just got a donation from Addie. So it is 8132. Do what now? Thank you so much, Addie.
Thank you.
Amazing support tonight, guys. Thank you so much.
And we just hit $1,700.
Whoa!
Holy heck!
Yay!
I'd love to see it. Let's freaking. Are we aiming for 1,800 now?
Yeah.
Y'all are knocking it out of the park right now. 1,800. Let's go!
We got this. You got this. We got this. Yeah.
Clap us in the chat.
All right. Is Lucas done talking yet? Nope. All right.
You can crawl around underneath that filthy, rotten house all you want looking for them ingredients, but you ain't gonna find a god dang thing, Ethan. You want to make that serum? Ooh, baby. You're gonna come through me, you hear? Well, come on, Ethan. What do you say? And now it's time for Ethan's favorite word.
Yeah, he sat way too close to that TV. He's lucky that his face didn't get shot with glass and stuff there.
I am very, very shocked that, yeah, I'm very shocked he didn't burn his retinas out with... Oh, that bomb can be a tricky one sometimes.
Yeah, you think you hit it, and then, yeah,
Then it turns around and it's like, no, you did not.
It's like you hit like the table instead. I got like all the harder bombs, and then that one, it's like great.
The aim with the G17 is it's a messy one.
It's yeah, it
very inaccurate.
Yeah, like it. You think that you hit something and then you didn't.
Yeah. Well, come on, take a chance. You never know.
Nope, we're not doing anything.
Nope. Instead, Mara's going to be doing some pre-menuing here by putting a bunch of items into the item box. So that way she doesn't have to do it later on, but she will be keeping certain items that she can delete. Because the New Game Plus items are probably the only, I believe they are the only items you can delete that will be sent right back to the item box, which is very helpful in terms of the speedrun, so you don't have to really worry about putting away too many items.
I'm so bad at hitting that bomb.
You are all good. I tend to lean more to the right when I want to hit that one, because that one can get me too sometimes.
Yeah, because like you can aim towards like one of the bars there, but like, you know, you always like go through that part quickly and all that stuff, so.
And sometimes the aim is just a finicky aim. It is what it is. But now we're gonna be doing the barn fight. We love this.
Yeah.
Very quick and easy boss fight.
Yeah, it's great. Alrighty, so we get one big boy coming on down. On the easy difficulty, you get just one big boy. If you're doing this on Madhouse, you get two. You get two friends.
And basically what Mara just has to do is she has to repeatedly shoot into him to do enough damage. And then when the gate opens, shoot him in the belly, shoot him in the leg, and he's done. That big boy is down.
And what's really cool about that particular death animation is that that's the quicker one, because they can die a variety of ways here. Sometimes...
All the items?
Yes. I was making sure. Because you basically want to make sure...
Take your time deleting the items there. You don't have to worry. You don't have to rush too much.
And I was muted again.
Oh no! I was wondering. I was like, oh, she went quiet a little bit there. Okay,
If I happen to look mute, if my icon is muted, feel free to tell me.
Muted.
So the reason that happens a lot. So like, you know, you see that you're, you know, for your items here, it's on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and my mute button is the tilde, and I've been meaning to change that.
Oh, so you accidentally hit 1.
Yep.
Instead of tilde. Okay, got you. Or you
Excuse
hit
me.
tilde instead of 1. Yes, I see now. That's okay.
Yeah, that happens, especially when you're going rather quick. But yeah, what I was saying there, you want to delete those items in a very specific order because it sets you up for the salt mines later. And that was the same thing when I was putting stuff in the item box. So yeah, there's a reason that you put them away in a very specific order.
Otherwise, you're going to be having the wrong item, or especially like your weapon items, you're going to be having them in the wrong spot when you need it. And so what that basically means, you're going to have to stop and put your, you know, your Albert in the right spot.
Yeah, or your saw, whichever one you happen to mess up there.
Yeah. So now we're doing escape room puzzle, and honestly, I am a huge fan of escape rooms. They are probably my favorite things because it gets your brain going. However, with this one, there is no RNG. Everything is all the same. So you don't have to worry too much with that. As a speedrun, it's fantastic. As a replayability, you're very forgetful. I don't know.
No, but this is like such a fun part of the game, just because like, you know, nice slowdown from the action. Not in the way that the ship does, but this is this is just such a fun part. It's always really cool. Even though we already know the solutions and whatnot, it's just how this whole puzzle is designed. You really come to appreciate it every time you come back here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, light the candle, put it on the cake, and that's how we get on out of here.
Happy freaking birthday! Got a light.
Right here.
You got a light, chat?
Oh no, not the cake.
Oh, no. I'm
That cake-
surprised he didn't back up from that cake, since he could hear the ticking time bomb.
Goodness. I mean, and that cake looks so good. I'm so sad.
Yeah. I would have just bashed my face into it, to be honest. Like, that looks like a very good cake, bash.
So, something we didn't notice, and you might have been able to notice during the various scenes in this game where Ethan gets his, you know, hands cut out and all that sort of stuff. Ethan's a tank. He was standing right next to an explosion and didn't get affected by it, so, cool.
Yeah, in RE8 it kind of explains a little bit of, all the questions. You wonder why door memes?
That's
You
my
wonder
second
why?
door meme today.
It's okay. Yeah, basically in RE8 it explains why you're able to take so much damage without really getting any pain or, you know, dying.
Yeah, and if you haven't played Resident Evil Village yet and you're a fan of this game, or the series in general, you should totally give it a play. But yeah, if you've played this game and haven't played Village, Village is like the perfect sequel to this game. It's you know, explains a lot and even wraps up the story nicely. So definitely give that a play if you are a fan of these characters here.
Yes.
Alrighty, so
Honestly, I'm pretty sure we all cried for RE8.
oh yeah, I definitely cried. We're not gonna say why, but it definitely made me feel things.
We had some emotions, put it lightly.
So we're on our way to the boathouse because this is where Zoe is at, and we're gonna give her the ingredients for our serum. Oh nope, he was gonna tag me because I didn't kill him. Oops. Oh, and then this guy didn't drop in. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, when he doesn't drop down, I'm like, yeah, great, awesome. I don't have to deal with him possibly hitting me.
Yeah. Some of these, yeah, some of the molded can cheap shot you sometimes. Not very nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we give Zoe the ingredients here, and we're gonna go ahead and go downstairs. The only reason, so this will, it's a very minor skip. We go here, kind of go close to the item box here to trigger, you know, to trigger some of the voice lines here, and then this lets us interact with Zoe and the serum right away. Because if you are standing here in the room, yeah, you kind of have to wait a little bit. But guess who's back? Back again.
Guess who's back? Tell your friends. Yeah. Anyway, we're back with Jack. Jack is still alive, and he's got a lot of eye frames. I always love telling that joke. It's great. But,
That's such a classic joke for this fight.
oh yes. Basically, Mara's going to be popping the eyes in a sequence. First, she has to get the underbelly eye, because that one is impossible. It's not impossible to get, but it is very difficult to get once you're on the ground floor. So now she's going to be doing the arm, the belly, the arm, the eye, front eye, and then arm, belly, tail eye. And that's essentially the order you would be doing it. Or you do the tail eye last. It really depends.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, we're on New Game Plus. I forgot. Sorry, I'm a New Game scrub. I forget the order. The order changes throughout the two.
Yeah. TLDR, you shoot his tail eyeball and then go ham on the eyes.
Just
Very
use
specific
circular
word.
saw when in doubt. It's your best friend. But that was a very, very nice Jack 3. Very, very well done.
Thank you. Thank you, thank
Very
you.
clean. Very nice. Everybody clap a clap in the chat for Mar.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Well, I guess, well, we thought he was dead. But,
Oh no! He's back!
but we
What
will,
will I ever do? Oh, I guess I'll just stab him with a serum.
there we go. As always said, use the serum. And then, you'll hear her in a few seconds saying, how is there only one left? Lady.
I can't believe there's only one left! It's like, Zoe, but you told me. What do you mean?
Alrighty.
And that is the end of the Baker estate.
Yep.
So now we're gonna be moving on to Mia boat section. Good old boat section. Basically it's kind of the turn down section of the run. Unless you get a really good time, then it becomes the stressful part of the run.
Very stressful.
Yeah. But the game gives you a choice to pick between Zoe or Mia. And we're gonna pick Mia because she is the fastest route. And canon.
Yes. I was gonna say too, if you do pick Zoe, some unpleasant things happen to both Zoe and Mia. And not just that, when you choose Zoe, you end up getting an extra boss fight with Mia on the boat before you leave. And yeah, just that whole thing. Well, also when you're here on this little raft with Zoe, it's a longer cutscene. So yeah, just all of those sequences together, it wastes like an additional 2 to 3 minutes. So, and folks have asked in the past, oh, can we do a Zoe %? And we're just like, the run's exactly the same up until that point. So no.
Why is there no save Zoe category? Well, you see, nothing changes, and it's quite a boring extra bit when nothing. It's like a 30-second bit or a 3-minute bit in an hour and a half run. I don't think so.
Yeah, so we understand, we empathize, because you know this is a game where you get an additional choice, but yeah, for a place where you get a choice, it's just like, oh, it's just affects one thing, and it's like just a couple minutes or so. So yeah,
but they want you to replay the game.
True, that's true.
Replayability,
but not like OGRE3. Lots of choices, lots of RNG, a lot of replayability, which is cool for casual, but for speedrunning, yeah.
it's a pain in the keister, as one would say. Also, yes, the Mia 3 fight is also kind of a snooze, because it is basically the addict fight in Guest House, but with a crowbar.
Yep, and you don't get the cool, fancy, crispy FPS that, you know, the crowbar's not tied to FPS or anything like that, so yeah. And it's in a smaller space, so it's not very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Well now, that was something.
That was indeed something. Now it's time for Mia.
So, we wash up on shore as Mia, not as Ethan, as Mia. And, unfortunately, all those wonderful items, all those New Game Plus items, and everything you picked up, they're all gone. So now we are, you basically like start all over, but, with Mia. So, gotta go find Ethan now. I'm also always like amused by the fact that if you choose Zoe, and you come to this part, you still wake up as Mia.
Yeah, that part always confused me. I remember when I picked Zoe, I think I picked Zoe in my first playthrough, and I was like, wait, how am I Mia right now? Wait, how did Mia get here? Wait, what?
Yeah, because you're like, we picked Zoe. Mia didn't come with us on this raft, so we always like joke around and have these theories. Oh, Mia just swam behind the boat and all that stuff. Whew. So we have come upon a very dark and moldy tanker of sorts. Oof. So this place, you know, absolutely slows down the pace of the game quite a bit. This whole section just serves as lore. You get to find out more about why Mia came here on this boat, and find out a little bit more about our antagonist. So nice and chill.
This is where you get to see more of the creepy little stereotype of video games. Evie, she likes to pop up a lot here. Basically, a lot of this section of the game is a lore dump slash Mia regaining her memory of what happened and how she was involved with everything. So yeah. You'll see a lot of flashbacks and what happened here on the ship and why everything happened on the ship, so on and so forth.
There's what Kat always calls Tweedledee and Tweedledum, because they're exactly the same.
Because they're literally the same model. It's quite funny.
Alright. Shoo.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Goodbye, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
I
nice
did
knowing you.
I didn't know that until I did a run, like, because you all may know, Kat and I tag team pretty much every run that we do. Mm-hmm. So I think it was either during one of her runs or one of my runs.
Like a mandatory thing at this point.
Yeah, it's the law.
It is the law. If I'm not commentating your run, straight to jail.
But yeah, during one of the runs that we did, Kat was like, "Oh, it's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. This is the exact models." I'm like, "What? I've never paid attention to that."
Yeah, you don't really notice until you really look at them, and you're like, "Wait a second, these are all the same."
Is this the same guy? Do you think?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just reuse the same model because you can't see the face.
Yeah, but. Hey, we're okay with reusing assets. That's a normal thing folks do, and I'm not saying that to meme. So, I mean, hey,
bolt cutters.
Work smarter, not harder, you know. But
honestly, if you need to reuse some assets just to make your life a little bit easier, screw it.
Ooh, yeah, and also talking about what's the law. It is also the law to have those bolt cutters in every single Resident Evil game since this game.
Yep, pretty much. Are the ship's crew professional shippers or shipping industry? No, they all just work for Umbrella, but they just don't know what they're working for, essentially, so they're just on the ship.
That's kind of a running theme with these games, because it was like that in the first game. Like, well, they were working for Umbrella, and they knew, but they didn't know they were developing, well, bioweapons and what. I guess they knew they were, but not to the extent that they thought.
Would you work for Umbrella? No.
No, thank you. I wouldn't even do a graphic design for them.
I would never. I would follow Jill and Claire into the sunset.
Yes.
Leon too, I suppose. He's all right. Chris as well. Just follow them off into the sunset.
Yes, please. Ooh, so one thing with this game, there's videotapes, literally, various points in this game, and also a cool source of lore. You can skip all of them, but this is one videotape we actually have to watch, or else the game will not let you progress forward. So here we are, in the past.
Yep. And this is the flashback I kind of mentioned earlier, where you kind of get to see a previous state of the ship and what Mia was kind of doing and who she was working with, so on and so forth. There are actually more videotapes in the game, especially at the beginning of the game. However, because we already know where everything is and we don't need anything from those tapes, we don't use them ever. They're unnecessary and just redundant to do. But this one it's a requirement. You have to do it to progress. And it is the longest running split in the game because none of the items auto split.
Yeah. So
Only the start of the tape to the end. So
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like what, like 8 to 10 minutes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a very, very lengthy split. So Mara's going to be doing a very quick interaction here to skip a phone call. She's going to get as close to the puke as possible, turn around quickly, and that skips a phone call. If she didn't turn around quickly enough or was too close to the puke, that would have activated Alan's phone call, which is 17 seconds.
Yeah, it is a lengthy phone call.
It's basically, if you get that phone call, it's just an instant reset, especially if you especially if you don't necessarily, especially if you're getting a good time. It just ruins a run pretty poorly.
I did not mean to pick up those X-ray specs.
That's okay. That is okay.
Alrighty,
Alright.
so our objective in this videotape, because we're playing as Mia right here, our goal is to find Evie. So, well, something that we can't see right now, we did see it for a little bit. Mia's wearing like this little smartwatch of sorts that, yeah, she pulls it up at random parts there. It shows kind of like just the location of Evie, like the smaller the number is, the closer she is. But yeah, we're going to very specific spots here to find her. And I picked up these remote bombs because we are going to skip yet another phone call, but not exactly skip it. We're just kind of going to progress forward a little bit more while we're talking to Alan. So the very first Alan skip we did, just, it totally skipped his phone call. But for here, the phone call will still go on, but we set up a bomb there so we can push ourselves through the door. As we're talking to Alan, because when you're on the phone with Alan, you can't do anything. You can't open your inventory.
You can't do anything. You can't. It's just basically immobile until Alan says otherwise. The same thing with the other phone call. You can't exit the room until Alan is done talking. And that's why we hate Alan so much. Pretty much, he just doesn't shut up. He talks for so long. But Mara's gonna use this bomb to propel herself into the door, and now we get through that door.
Yeah.
Easy.
You basically just make.
Clap in the chat.
Excuse me. I meant to put that down, but
you can use it for the ones coming up.
True, but I usually use this guy. I was gonna say, yeah. Usually I use that bomb to kill.
Get rid of it for
those two guys right there.
Yeah, you're gonna want to get rid of it though, for the mines.
For the what?
For the mines, because it is gonna transfer.
Okay. Can I set that off?
One thing with Mia's inventory, when you are done with Mia's section, all of the stuff that you gained, I don't think you, basically all the stuff that you got from Mia's section, you get as Ethan when you go back.
Mm-hmm.
So say she picked up the bomb. So because she picked that up, it's an unnecessary extra item in the item box to go through. So you want to get rid of it.
I love shooting that guy on New Game Plus because like he peeks his head out and then you're just like bye. But this section on New Game is very nerve-wracking because all we get is a machine gun and those remote bombs and stuff, and for the most part we kind of squeeze by without shooting anything, and it's very stressful.
Yeah, like this part on New Game is definitely a little bit more stressful. But on New Game Plus, it's just that there's a few more minor things that can make it a bit more more difficult than new game just because of the the optimize, like the game is just so optimized at this point that
Mm-hmm.
any minor thing can really just kill a run very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, we said earlier we don't like Alan, so now he's going to say goodbye.
Hi. Get out of here, Alan. We don't like you no more.
So yeah, he has been infected with the mold, the moldy mold. I was gonna say the E series mold, but that's not what it's called.
Well, he's gone now.
Nice knowing you, Alan. And then we get infected with the mold.
Yep, and that's basically how that's basically the game showing you how Mia became crazy, quote unquote.
How she got
just
infected.
Yes, how she became crazy and infected. Most people think she's just crazy, but no, she was infected with the virus.
Yeah, because Evie there, the little girl, she's a bioweapon, and her goal is to have the biggest family possible by infecting people and all that stuff. But if someone rejects the mold, they turn into a molded. So, because not everybody can handle it, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we are, the only skippable cutscene in the whole game because it's actually a movie. But yeah.
For some reason it's a movie, and you can you can just skip it like that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the what happens there is that the tanker sinks, like Evie made the ship sink, and it was like this whole like cinematic scene there and stuff. It was very, very crazy. Mia falls into the water and all that stuff, but we can skip it.
Yep. But if you don't skip it, you can lose a lot of time.
Yeah, because your timer keeps running.
Yeah, so you have to quit. Basically, it's one of those cutscenes that you have to skip very quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, you can lose a bit of time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now we're back into the present time on the ship, and we're basically going through ship part 2, where it's just more part A, go into section A, go to section B, pick up item A, pick up item B. Yeah, it's a very quick little thing. It's nothing too intense.
Yeah, it's just a little fetch quest. Our goal right now is to fix the elevator because Ethan is actually in the basement. That's where he's being held. But as we saw in the video, the elevator broke, so we got to go fix it.
We are now electricians, elevator electricians. We can now fix elevators. Yep.
What's silly, what still blows my mind, like this ship has been here for 3 years and there's still power.
Yeah, that shocks me too. That ship is completely mangled, destroyed,
moldy,
basically beyond repair, just completely gone, but yet still has power. Somehow. Not quite sure, but here we are. Oh, let's see how this god door goes. Let's go, god door.
Oh,
Let's
so
go.
close.
Oh, no!
I always like barely get it. That's like story of my life.
Oh, that was so close too. That door likes to close on its own, but it likes to wait to close. So that's why we call it god door, because it will often just close in your face.
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool door. It saves like a couple seconds in the fact that you can, if you open the door at the last possible second and pick up that corrosive at the, like, at max distance, you can turn around and the door will still be open, which is really cool. Another reason for God Door is it's pretty much impossible to get on console, just because it's at a the base console stuff runs at a lower frame rate and all that. So yeah, getting God Door, getting that on console is like a miracle. It usually never happens, and it does. So pretty cool.
Yeah. You can get it fairly consistent on PC, thankfully. It's a very picky setup.
Yeah, you basically just have to make sure your mouse movement is, very particular. Like, you can't overshoot your mouse, like, at all, or else, the door will close on you.
Mm-hmm. Or you also have to open the door at a very specific time, and sometimes it just takes some practice to get the timing down, but
Yeah.
yeah. Now we
Yeah.
got the power cable.
Yay!
So that means we can finally go fix the elevator. 'Cause
Hooray!
we knew exactly what we needed to fix it because we're electricians. We're a big brain, galaxy brain.
And we knew exactly where everything was, too.
Oh yeah, we're just that good. Hire us. There you go. And this is gonna be coming up to the end of the ship section
Of the boat.
Yeah. So I think now is a good time for blurbs or anything like that if y'all want to shout some stuff out.
Yeah, we don't have any current donations. Anyone's interested, by all means, keep helping us out. This is a fantastic charity that we're working with to support our fellow women in need of any support. It's always good to have that. A lot of people experiencing like homelessness, impoverishment. We want to help them be proud and be able to just carry on their lives. So please, if you have anything you want to support, it means the world. Thank you.
Yeah, anything at all, $1, $5, $10, whatever you got, it all means quite a lot. As someone who, back when I was about 14, I used to be homeless, and so something like this really does mean a lot, as it does hit close to home. So thank you everybody who has been donating. Thank you for helping out and just everything. It really does mean a whole heckin' lot. So
Yeah, we've raised so much already too. 17.
Yeah.
17.
That
Yay.
is crazy.
That is
Thank you.
wonderful. You all have been
Yeah.
smashing your goals here. It's so wonderful to see, and you all are literally making a difference. So that's awesome. So one of the last lengthy cutscenes of the game where Ethan, while he was encased in that mold cocoon, kind of got inside like Evie's little hive mind, because Evie controls people with the mold. So Ethan is here essentially like talking to Jack telepathically through this mold hive mind, and kind of just spilling his heart out, saying like my family was never evil. Evie was here, she infected our family. We were never bad people and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty heartwarming cutscene. It's my favorite cutscene in the game. So it's you learn a little bit more here.
You get a soft spot for the Baker family, And also Marge is looking very ravishing on the table. She's glowing, she's got that radiance to her.
Yeah, we got Jack, got Zoe, got Marge.
Yep.
But yeah, I was gonna say too. Does this mean Jack's alive? Maybe. Yes.
Question
No.
mark? Maybe. Well, we don't know. He could be. I mean, I think he's pretty dead at this point, but
I mean, we saw
maybe
him.
his soul lives on, or part of him is within us.
True. Big true. Alrighty.
Time
So
to go to the salt mines. But first, this would be actually where the choices that we would have made earlier between Zoe and Mia would matter, I suppose.
yes.
So because we chose Mia, we're gonna get shot out the door instead of being pushed into the room to continue to fight her. So this
Yeah.
is where the biggest time save is, if you pick between Zoe and Mia.
Yeah. So what happens? What happens if you get the boss fight is Mia, she gives in to Evie's control there, and then she gets possessed again, like what happened at the beginning of the game. But right now she's able to hold back, and so she doesn't attack you. You do see Evie back there creepily, slowly creeping up on Mia there, but Mia saves you, and before, if you don't pick her, then she'll attack you, and then you end up actually killing her. So
Yep. But because we picked Mia, we're moving on. We get the serum to create a necrotoxin, and yeah, we keep moving on to the salt mines, which I remember I used to have the biggest struggle in this section of the game when I first started speedrunning it. Like, I remember this part used to give me grief.
Aw. Yeah, it certainly was the part I did not look forward to, because like a silly manatee, I started off when I first started running in this game. I started on New Game Plus Madhouse for whatever reason.
I don't know why you started off with Madhouse, but more the power to you, girl.
I think I saw I looked at the leaderboards. I'm like, oh, there's not a lot of people running this. I'll run it too.
I'll give it a shot.
So, as in Madhouse, your health can deplete quite quickly. So that can happen a lot here in Madhouse here. So this part was very nerve-wracking.
This part is quite the adventure on Madhouse. Yeah, Madhouse is it's not a terrible category. It definitely does have its downsides in considering the checkpoints, and as well as the fact that everything can just possibly 1 to 2 shot you.
Yeah. But
it's worth doing. If you do speedrun this game already, it's worth checking out at least once or twice if you're into it. But
yeah,
and no shame in doing easy.
Yeah, it's Madhouse is certainly a great challenge, but easy is just it's laid back. It's also it's also like we said earlier, very competitive. So a lot of runners, a lot of folks around to give advice. More folks around to give you advice and things like that. So even if the difficulty says easy, it's high skill ceiling here.
Yeah, getting top 3 in this game is, especially New Game or New Game Plus, it's pretty rough for easy. As someone like myself has been, I tried to push for New Game Plus top 3, and oh my goodness, it's a struggle bus. It's a lot of resetting. But yeah, now we're moving on to the final section, where it's basically just shoot things that are in the way.
Yeah, and in typical Resident Evil fashion, there is an underground lab. Like, this one's not as fancy as some of those umbrella labs and whatnot, but yes, there is a makeshift laboratory here with lots of trinkets around, and a little case here to synthesize a cure. Or necrotoxin.
Necrotoxin. It is time to finish this.
Well, for some reason my saw is like down here, so that was weird.
That's okay. Sometimes that happens. Like we said earlier, early placement of how you do your inventory is pretty important, because like what just happened there, your saw or certain items can be in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I thought I put away everything where it's supposed to, but you gotta go back and check. Yep, that's all.
I believe we got a donation, so if we want to read that.
Oh, mine is not. Let me resync this again. All right, I see. It's a zombie. A zombie from, I don't know where. It just says zombie from.
Oh, okay.
Zombie from the internet.
From somewhere. With $10. Hi, I'm Zombie from Black Ops 2. Oh, that's probably where.
There we go.
Zombie.
Mystery has
hey.
been solved. Thank you.
Thank you, Zombie. Appreciate you, bud.
I did not mean to have that. Okay.
Oh, that you're doing just fine. Yeah, so Mar's gonna be using a mix of the Neuro rounds and the Albert enhanced ammo just to get through these enemies because they do die quicker with the Neuro rounds. And now she's gonna use another Neuro round just to stall these two big boys because if she doesn't, they can puke on you and make you give you a world of hurt, essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, you won't be able to get up this ladder otherwise.
Yeah, they'll puke as you're climbing the ladder because they're puke arches a little bit, aiming towards you, and yeah, it's unpleasant.
Yeah, so the Neuro round will stop them.
For a brief
they'll
moment.
like freak out, and you'll be able to get up the ladder without any issues.
Alrighty, we also have come full circle and returned to the guest house where this all started.
Yeah, we are coming up to the end of the run as well. Can we reach $1,750 before the end of this run? Can we do it? I believe we can. Evil Resident, you are correct. We are almost nearing the $2,000 mark.
Yeah.
I would love to see 1750 before the end of this run. Let's freaking go!
You got this, chat. We believe. You the best.
I believe in you.
Whew. So, a lot of flashbacks in this game, but what you're noticing here, when Mia was attacking us earlier, she wasn't really her attacking us. It was Evie controlling Mia, attacking us. So, kind of puts things into perspective here. You're like, oh my goodness, my wife wasn't actually a bloodthirsty killer.
My wife had no control after all. Dang. She didn't mean to do any of this. It was all this creepy little stereotype.
Yeah, but now that we have this cure, aka necrotoxin, we are threatening Evie with that. She's actually not happy about that. So now she's starting to throw some more hallucinations towards us, but they don't do damage to you, right? Or I can't remember because I haven't gotten hit by them
I
ever.
don't know if they do. I never bothered to stop to find out.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna hope to get the quick Eevee here, and
I haven't been getting one cycle lately. It's fine. It's
yeah, one cycle. It has a certain setup.
yeah.
And if you do mess up the setup, she will knock you over because generally you think that you will get her
Yeah.
before she knocks you over, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
So what happens there? Oh, by the way, grandma. It was the grandma this entire time.
It was all the grandmother. What?
But
I am shocked.
yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. Oh no. Oh, Kat also has to. She always makes comments about Evie's hair here. It was like just kind of sticking out through the side.
She's got a crazy haircut. I love it. Damn you all to her.
Now you all will see this is the hardest boss fight in this game and actually in the Resident Evil franchise in general.
I've never fought a harder boss than this one. This
Yeah.
boss is absolutely just gut-wrenchingly hard. Oh my lord.
That was hard.
That was so... Chat, did you see that? Did you see how hard that was? Crazy.
Very silly. Alrighty. So now we're outside the guest house, and you know, some help is coming towards us. But before that happens, Evie is here for her last stand. But funny enough, you cannot speed this part up at all. This is an auto scroller.
Oh yeah, this part's even harder, chat. Look at how hard it is. Just look at it. Relish in it, chat. Relish in how hard that looks.
It's really hard to sit here and do nothing. I promise.
So difficult. I honestly, I'm biting my nails at how hard this is. All right, so Mars gonna shoot
Saw.
real quickly here. Or not shoot, sorry, she's gonna use the circular saw. I forgot, we're on New Game Glass.
Yeah, if you're on New Game, you use your pistol to shoot her there. But actually, we do get a pistol back. We get the Albert pistol back. But this has
Even
some
though it was
special...
in our inventory, question mark?
Yeah, but this one has some special ammo in it, and ooh boy. Let's see.
Yeah, and so Mark's just gonna spam mouse 1. And that's it. Time's gonna be coming up very, very soon.
After this cutscene, and the screen fades to black is when we'll get time, but let's give it a few moments here.
Alright, and time is coming up, and... Can we get some clappers and GGs in the chat?
And...
Let's go!
And... Time. There we go.
There it
Ready.
is. Get some GGs and clappers in the chat.
GG's. GG's.
There it is. Right.
Whew.
Good run.
Thank you. That was a fun time.
129.39.
Yeah, that's like 20 seconds off my PB. Or it's like 22 or 23 seconds off my PB, and that's with messing up out of bounds quite severely.
That is honestly very well done. You did great.
And
I'm proud of you.
getting grabbed by
Chat,
Jack.
she did great, right? She did fantastic.
Maybe if you
You know
didn't
I'm
have
right.
to wake Jack back up, you would have PB'd. 'Cause
Maybe.
that was, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
this
wow.
is why we all hate Jack.
Yeah. Jack's the worst. But we hate Alan more. Promise.
True. True. That is a fact.
Alrighty. So official time. So we go by in-game time with this game. You know, not RTA, but we do in-game. So yeah. Sometimes live splits a little bit off. So yeah, official time 1:29:38. So nice.
Awesome.
Yay.
Noise.
Yay.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple quick shout outs. Huge shout out to Kat. Yeah, she's my best friend, partner in crime. She's super awesome at commentary. Not just that, she's also a super talented speedrunner. Playing a lot of like some really nice, cool indie games right now. So please, if you're not following her, please go follow her.
You guys like very obscure games, I guess. But yeah, thank you for having me, Mar.
Of course.
I appreciate you. Y'all should go give Mar a follow 100%. She did a fantastic job here. The biggest shout out of them all. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody go push the follow button. Just do it. Love her.
And
Carry on.
oh no, you're good. Also a couple shout outs to Ross Rossi and Yassi Hop, because they've totally helped me throughout this for the past like 3 years with this game. Also huge shout outs to Resident Evil 7 community, the most supportive speedrun community I've ever been a part of. Also giant shout outs to my community for supporting, Kat's community, every single person who's been watching and supporting Girls Go Fast here, and I Support the Girls. What an amazing cause here. Thank you so much for having us here. It's been an honor and a blast. And folks, please keep getting those donations in, going towards an amazing cause. And yeah, you all stay wonderful, stay safe, stay hydrated, be well.
Yeah. Speaking of donation, if you want to get that one donation that just came through real quick.
Yes, it's from Zombie again. I wonder where they're from. With $20. Hey, it's Zombie from Black Ops again. Ah, there we go. Good job. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it.
Hey, there it is. All right. Thank you, everybody, for all the
Thank
donations.
you.
You're
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to marphoria and Catlink. Thank you guys so much. You are amazing speedrunners, and it is an honor to have you here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.